2 days into spring ball, but what can you at least tell us? I know it's not enough.
Yeah, the first thing I tell you is it's too early. It's really too early to kind of decide anything. And not only that it's just been 2 days, just we haven't put the pads on. You know, the one thing I will tell you is the guys are extremely eager to learn. I've been pleasantly surprised with how well they're picking up some of the things. And, you know, it's just been I'm excited to work with this group. They're a fun group to be around.
Is there maybe one angle where you feel like you're still a little bit lacking in terms of the roster, whether it be tackle or interior guys that you're trying to like bring more along right now?
Yeah, you know, the number one thing that I'd say, and I think it's well documented that we have a few guys with some starting experience, but just creating that depth within that group. And whether it's a guy who can play a multitude of positions, but who is that seventh guy? Who is that eighth guy? Injuries are a big part of this game. And you know, you never know when they're going to happen, and they're unfortunate, but we need to be prepared for that. So that's what we've got to continue to see is where's our depth going to be and how do all five fit?
How have your returning starters kind of come along, and what have you seen from them, specifically Holtorf and Tyler Mitchell, guys like that?
Well, you can see that they do have a ton of experience, and where that experience shows is how well they've transitioned to maybe some of the new terminology, some of the different technical aspects that I may put an emphasis on that maybe they didn't before. You know, just some of those different things, maybe even in the language standpoint. They're picking up on it pretty quickly. So that's where you see and you feel very fortunate that you have experience at that position.
Could there be guys that move a little bit more inside or move outside? Because I know every offensive line coach is probably a little bit different in terms of what their preferences are at each spot.
Yeah, there's going to be guys who are going to have to play a multitude of positions. And again, it goes to how do you put the best five guys out there? And if you do have a guy who goes down, does that mean that the right tackle has to move to right guard? Does that mean that the right guard may have to move to left guard? Yeah, that's going to be the versatility that hopefully we'll be able to develop through this offensive line. And that's one thing that we do have to look forward to here over the course of the next 13 practices through the summer and then into next fall.
Do you feel like there's one guy that you can kind of allude to right now that can kind of take the mantle that Dalton Reisner had in terms of someone that they can lean on?
Well, hopefully, you know, with as many seniors that we have, hopefully it's a collective effort. And, you know, it's hard for me to comment. I wasn't here last year and what kind of leader that Dalton was and what he meant to that group. That's hard for me to kind of gauge. But, you know, with the fact that we do have as many seniors and those seniors have as many starts under their belt, I'm going to rely on them collectively. I really am. Now, there's a few of them who've kind of they've stepped it up because I've told them it's not just about what their performance is every single day. It's going to be about their ability to bring the guys around them to rise to the top. And that's a big thing that I've really challenged those guys to do here throughout the course of the spring practice.
And finally, is there anyone or anything that's kind of surprised you about this group since you've got here?
I think that everything that I'd heard is kind of what I've seen so far. I'm hopeful for some more pleasant surprises over the next 12 to 13 practices, and that's what we're going to look for. But these guys are going to have an opportunity every single day. And as Coach said from the first day that he started here, it's going to be all about our opportunity to compete and just find a way to get better every single day. And if we can do that, then we're going to have a pretty good shot. Awesome. Great seeing you again.
Yep.